Shiny hunting in PokeMMO might be one of the most brutal grinds in any Pokemon game I have ever played. We're talking tens of thousands of encounters, hours of repetitive battles, and sometimes months of hunting without seeing a single shiny Pokemon. Yet somehow, players still do it every single day. Some people have entire boxes full of shinies, while others have been hunting for years and barely have one. So the big question is shiny hunting in PokeMMO actually worth it? Today we're going to break down the true odds, the time investment, the rewards, and the reality of shiny hunting so you can decide if it's something you should actually do. And before we get into the video, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe down below for some new PokeMMO content. I make videos every single day. But yeah, let's get straight into the video. If you've spent any time in PokeMMO, you've probably seen it. Someone posts a shiny in the general chat. People start spamming congratulations or GG. Maybe they link it in chat or show it off in battle. Shinies in PokeMMO are like trophies. They're rare and they're super valuable. But what most people don't see is how long it actually takes to get one, because behind every shiny is usually dozens of hours thrown into encounters, and sometimes even way more than that. So before you start shiny hunting, it's important to understand exactly what you're signing up for. Let's start with the shiny odds. In PokeMMO, the base shiny rate is 1 in 30,000 encounters. If you play newer Pokemon games, that probably sounds absolutely insane. In games like Scarlet and Violet, shiny odds are much higher, and there are items like the Shiny Charm that boost your chances. But PokeMMO really doesn't work like that. The developers intentionally kept shiny odds extremely low, and you might be wondering why. Because to be fair, shinies are meant to be rare and valuable. When you see someone with a shiny in PokeMMO, it actually means something. They either got extremely lucky or they put in the time. But even with those odds, luck can be very unpredictable. Some players find shinies in just a few thousand encounters. Others go 60,000, 80,000, or even over 100,000 encounters without seeing one. That's the reality of RNG. And of course, if you plan on hunting, you just have to be ready for that possibility. So let's translate those odds into time. Most shiny hunters in PokeMMO use something called horde hunting. This is where you encounter groups of Pokemon at once, which speeds up the process of shiny hunting. With a good setup and efficient hunting, most players can get somewhere around 700 to 900 encounters per hour. So if the shiny odds are 1 in 30,000, that means the average shiny hunt could take around 35 to 45 hours. But remember, that's just the average. You could get a shiny in 10 hours, or you could still be hunting after 100. There are plenty of stories from players who have spent weeks hunting the same Pokemon, and that's why shiny hunting in PokeMMO is really about patience. If you're expecting quick results, you're probably going to be very disappointed. So with odds like that, why do people still do it? Well, there are a few big reasons. The first reason is value. Shinies in PokeMMO can be extremely expensive. Some rare shinies can sell for millions of Poke-Yen on the market, especially if they're popular Pokemon or have good stats. So for some players, shiny hunting is kind of like chasing a jackpot. You never know when that rare shiny is going to appear. The second reason is prestige. Because shinies are so rare, they're basically status symbols. When someone sends out a shiny Pokemon, people notice. It's proof that you either got incredibly lucky or spent a huge amount of time on it, or money. And of course, I have to include the third reason, adrenaline. The moment when the shiny finally appears on screen is honestly one of the best feelings of the game. After hours and hours of grinding, and suddenly you see a different colored sprite, your brain kind of freezes for a second, and then you realize, wait, that's actually a shiny Pokemon. Shiny hunting also has a mental side that people don't talk about enough. Most of the time, nothing happens. You're just encountering Pokemon over and over again. Thousands of encounters, tens of thousands. Sometimes it can start like the shiny will never appear for you. That's why a lot of players treat shiny hunting as something to do, while watching YouTube, listening to music, or talking to other people on Discord. It becomes more of a background activity rather than the main focus, and honestly, that's probably the best way to approach it anyways. If you're staring at every encounter hoping the next one will be shiny, the grind can feel way longer. So when is shiny hunting actually worth doing? It's worth it if you enjoy long-term goals, you like collecting rare Pokemon, or you just enjoy relaxing gameplay where you can grind while you're doing other things. For a lot of players, shiny hunting becomes kind of a side hobby, something you slowly work on over time, and when you finally get a shiny, it feels incredibly rewarding. Shiny hunting definitely isn't for everybody. If you get bored easily, the grind might drive you absolutely insane. And if your goal is to make money quickly, there are definitely way faster methods than this. Things like gym reruns, flipping items, or breeding can make Pokeyen much more efficiently. Shiny hunting is really more about the experience, not the efficiency. So at the end of the day, is shiny hunting in PokeMMO really worth it? For some players, absolutely. The rarity, the excitement, and the satisfaction of finally finding a shiny makes the grind absolutely worth it. But for others, the time investment just isn't worth the effort. And honestly, that's totally fine. Because shiny hunting is one of those things that you can do because you enjoy it, not because you have to do it. Let me know in the comments, have you ever found a shiny in PokeMMO? How many encounters did it take you? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe down below for more PokeMMO content. And if you're currently shiny hunting, good luck, because you're definitely going to need it.